Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to yet another EA Sports WRC video. This time around, we're finding ourselves over in Chile in the Amigos Racing League series. As always, once again, we've got the cam set up for the overall stage as well as our motion rig, and we are once again looking to set up a good performance here. Starting off with one of the shorter stages of the rally. It's a free stage rally this time around, and it's 8.1 kilometers. And let me tell you, this was not an easy stage to begin with. For me, I already started out with problems. Some of my settings had been altered somehow, or maybe I changed them unwillingly, as I had no co-driver calls. And as you might know, I play without my HUD, unlike our friend the sim racer that we're currently watching. So that was a little bit challenging for me. But we are well off on the way. We're seeing that the all-wheel drive junior WRC car is very predictable, and it's just a matter of getting to push this car to the absolute limit while being pushed back and forward in our chair, which is not easy. A small touch there. As you can see, no more visual clues for us either, to make it just even more difficult. I refer to us, but obviously it's me versus him at this point. At least it's what it feels like. And there is a little bit of a slow corner, but all is good. We managed to at least stay trouble-free other than that, which is arguably the most important part. A small touch with the wall again. These stages are quite narrow and quite twisty, as you might have been able to see already. Very much comes down to trusting your co-driver with this as well, as these stages obviously have quite a few of those blind corners that you have to do it with. And so far, all is good, making it through, making our way up to the hairpin. The open hairpin's always a little bit tricky. Do you use your handbrake or do you not? Pushing through the forests here of Chile. You can see that this very unforgiving gravel rally is not going to be an easy one at that. So far though, keeping through it very stable, which is awesome to see. Now the easy left coming up here. Immediately getting back to the tighter corners, and so far balancing it nicely with a 156.030. Actually, if you want to join the rally club that we have as well, will be in the description. You can join the Discord and you can join our WRC club as well. Discuss with us as the time of recording is and the time that the video is going to come out. We are in our last days of the Poland rally, which will be following up pretty soon. And after that, we're going to hop into Scandia. So if you're down to join us, feel free to come with us. It's going to be a lot of fun, I can tell you that much. Medium left coming in, hard right as well, so you need to make sure that you keep yourself right on the good side of things, but so far we've been managing it through rather easily. I feel like this is definitely one of the stronger rallies I've seen. Not sure if that's going to change soon, but so far very stable, not making many mistakes. Sure, sometimes a little bit slower than absolutely possible, but keeping on the track. And this time around, it definitely shows as well that you need to be able to pull your stuff together by mainly working on keeping things safe. Because if you actually manage to stay safe, sure, you might be a little bit slower, you might lose a second on some corners, but if that then results in you not crashing out, losing you 20, that's a good trade-off. And along the damage that you can cause with that. Now you get to this little bit faster sector, roughly halfway through. You can kind of finally touch the gas a little bit more. Still pretty careful. I think that's the biggest difference in approach. I try to send it over and sometimes come to regret that. For him, it's mainly about keeping it safe and steady. So far, he's doing pretty well. These corners are tricky. You don't really see where you have to go. You can actually go really fast through there, and I think both me and Sven lost quite a bit of time there. Coming back, stop inside, so you have to be careful. There are some objects here that you can hit that could definitely manage to take you out. Shifting down once, get higher up in the revs. And over towards this right-hander. This is where it gets a little bit faster, up until this right-hander coming up again. Hairpins now all over the place again. As you can tell, these stages are very versatile in how they're being set up. So you have some really faster parts, but also some slower parts. And so far, no major issues for Sven pushing through. Trying to go all the distance. Medium right coming out, and this time getting very close to the wall, but keeping it on there. So maybe now getting a little bit more confident too, which is good to see. Trying to push up a little bit more. Also be careful to not be pushed out of the rig. Left hairpin coming up, and this is always difficult. Do you use your handbrake or not? Now, I actually know for a fact that he has quite the setup for this. He has a shifter that he uses. I'm still using paddle shift. I don't have a shifter, unfortunately. He's also got a sequential handbrake, if I'm not mistaken, so he's quite gone all out on the setup, which is pretty cool, I have to admit. Going on this, all is good. Pushing through. Sometimes it's a little bit of a maze. You need to figure out where you need to go. So far managing before this hard left coming in. Obviously, I have told him that he should go to the simplified callouts, because I actually think those are easier and definitely also better, because sometimes it gets just a little bit chaotic with so many calls at once. This is easier to follow along with, and the less time you spend thinking about them, more chance you've got to focus up on the road. And for these kind of rallies, you can usually see where you're going, with a few exceptions. But there's some rallies, and I'll come to those later on the channel as well, where that's definitely not the case. All is clean, all is good, getting towards the later part of the track. Medium left. Coming up soon, and just making sure we keep it out of the wall. Could push a little bit harder now that we have that information. Jumps coming out, but for free to take those flat, you've got quite a bit of time to adjust, at least in these cars. You can only imagine how this goes in the WRC1 cars, which is why we're building it up from the start. Starting off in the junior car, they're definitely pretty easy to drive, very forgiving, but that only makes it better. Now pushing up just a little bit further. This is quite a fast sector, but keeping the car straight when it matters most, and that little gate that we just went through is usually a sign that we're almost there. Hard right coming out. This is all quite fast compared to the most things in the stage, and we managed to push it through nicely. Moving up to this tight left-hander on the throttle immediately. This is looking like a very well flowed together piece of stage so far by Sven Matthijs, and he's going to be able to put up some good results as well. Now, this is also your reminder that if you're liking the content so far, make sure you like and subscribe, as we upload both iRacing and WRC videos. It's definitely awesome to see how much the channel has grown. If you have any feedback for me or Sven, let us know in the comments as well. We always make sure to catch along with those. There's the finish then. Coming to a halt. 7:14, then actually going very aggressive after the stage. And actually parking it this way. That's, well, one way to do it, I suppose. And that will put us P18 this stage. So yeah, quite the feedback goal to make. I finished a couple positions ahead, but not by much. I hope to see you guys next time as well. It was a pleasure being here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.